And there you have it from Spruce Meadows, Cavalry 2, Forge FC 1, and we have a new log leader, just as I predicted. And Cavalry FC came into the game understanding the assignment, 3 points, top of the table, and that's exactly what they did with a comeback win 2-1 against the now dethroned log leaders. And to be honest, the game started off quite evened out, both teams feeling each other out until a moment of madness, I would say, from Ali Muse, who just played a very simple pass to his opponent, Nana Ampoma, who just had the easy job of crossing the ball in at the near post, and Oketokun, who started today, came in at the front post and finished neatly to give Forge FC the lead. And you would think Cavalry were shell shocked, not at all. They were actually very calm. And that's how they continued playing throughout the half. And if you look at the field tilt, they literally controlled the rest of the first half from that point out. And even though they were not able to get that many shots on target, they were the ones creating the openings, asking the questions, and were getting half chances, just like the free kick that came in from Varshevsky, but wasn't able to be tucked away. However, a moment of madness from Rama meant Forge FC got a red card, and now they put themselves in real big trouble because now they're up against it. A man down, Cavalry at home, the crowd in their sails, the crowd in their backs. So it was always going to be a tough ask. And that's exactly how it played out in the second half because Cavalry, now with the extra man advantage, had more spaces on the wing and they were really exploiting that. If you look at their average position, they were very deep, very narrow. So the spaces were out wide. And both fullbacks, Perlman and Camden Farrell, really used that to their advantage, stretching the pitch as much as possible. And Varsevsky sort of roaming that left half space, and that's how the equalizer came about. With the ball in, Varsevsky had time to pick his head up, ping the ball in at the back corner, and look who there to finish it expertly. Klump with his 23rd goal from center back. And when you look at that finish, you honestly cannot argue because it was a lovely, composed finish. Brings it down comfortably on his chest and tucks it in at the near post. And boom, Cavalry are back in the game 1-1. And it was nothing less than they deserved. And they kept cranking up the pressure. And it was only a matter of time till Forge cracked again because they kept retreating and retreating. Tired legs, tired minds. And Cavalry kept coming at them on both sides of the field. And the second goal this time came from the right side. Inspired substitutions by Tommy Wheeldon Jr., bringing on the young man Antoniuk. And if one screamer in front of the home crowd wasn't enough for the young 19-year-old, make it two this season at Atco Field, and he finished a fantastic strike at the end of a lovely sequence down the right side where Peyton got the ball in the box and just rolled it to the top of the box. And Antoniuk walked onto that. He couldn't have hit that any better if he wanted to. And the ball just whistled past Berto into the far corner. And you know it's a lovely goal when the keeper absolutely doesn't move. But you know it's a really brilliant goal. And look at this reaction from behind the goal. Exactly. And just like that, the game was turned on its head. Cavalry deservedly in the lead. And Ali Muse has his teammates to thank for getting him out of trouble. So once again, the inspired substitutions by Tommy Wheeldon Jr. And at that point, Cavalry had the points in their hands. They retreated, maybe allowed Forge to come onto them a little bit, but Forge left themselves exposed on the counter. And they had another red card, a lovely ball played into Muse, who was clean through on goal. But Yevremovic had no choice but to take out Ali Muse, and since he was the last man, he got his marching orders. And just like that, Forge FC were down to 9 men. The game was over, and once the final whistle blew, you could feel the excitement and the energy in the stadium. And special mention to Varshevsky, if you look at his heat map, he was all over the front line, getting into those nice half spaces, trying to find teammates in dangerous areas, and that's how he created the equalizer because he got the assist once again. That takes him to his 7th assist, and that leaves Cavalry on top of the table, 2-1 winners. And Tommy Wheeldon, I'm sure, will be quite happy about it. But it was just a bad day at the office for Forge FC. Bar the goal, nothing worked. They got the red card early on for lack of discipline, meaning they had to retreat. Their game plan went out the window. They got another red card. 2 goals considered in the second half. It just was a bad day in general for Bobby Sminiotis, who drops down to second. But Forge FC have the chance to go back to top if they can beat Super de Quebec in midweek. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Clutch Calgarian, Chapter 2 for Owen.
Fairy tale stories with a 19-year-old in front of the home crowd to score the winner against the top team to take his team to first position.